Welcome back to Cleveland Browns Daily, brought to you by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Now live in Ohio, Nathan Zagura, the voice of the Cleveland Browns, Jim Donovan, and we are joined by a tremendous friend of the show, Browns wide receiver Elijah Moore. Elijah, great to see you, man. How's it feel to be back out here on the grass, get training camp going at the Greenbrier?
It feels good. You know, we back at it. I feel like everybody's excited back to be out here.
You know, last year you played with a lot of quarterbacks. You know, a lot of guys. You know, was that difficult?
I feel like that's been my whole career. You know,
kind of early, I guess, when you go back.
So it's not nothing that you can't focus on. You know, of course, in the moment you want someone steady in there that you could kind of get a rhythm with. But just like today, you know, we had to adapt.
Yeah.
Last year for you, career high in catches and in yards. And at times, you know, they're trying to kind of figure out how to use you. We saw so much in camp with the backfield, but as the season went on, I said, you know what, guy's just a darn good wide receiver. And I want to go back to that Thursday night game against the Jets because Amari's a late scratch. They plop you right in that X role against what had been a very, very good secondary. In fact, historically good at that point. And you went out in the first half, over 60 yards, a touchdown, and showed I can be that guy when I get the chances. Was that a big game kind of for your confidence and also maybe showing everybody here, hey, just put me out there and let me play receiver?
Yeah. I mean, you know, for me, that was just something that it was an opportunity. Coop obviously wasn't feeling good for me to show that I could pick up where he left off.
Right.
You know, so I feel like it's just like that for any 1-2 receiver on the team. If you have the opportunity for any one of those guys to actually get the ball a lot and eat two, it won't be a drop-off. We just have to see that.
Boy,
Absolutely.
There was that one drive, though. I mean, man,
Yeah.
it was all you, huh? I mean, it was you.
Nah, it ain't never all me. That's the stuff that y'all don't see.
Yeah, that's true. You're
Yeah.
right. I mean, Flacco had a big part of it.
And our O-line, for Flacco to throw the ball, that's something I'm big on preaching. And I don't mean to interrupt, but you got to shed light to the O-line, you know, because we wouldn't do what we do if they didn't protect.
It had to feel great, though.
Yeah, it felt good. It felt good. It felt good. Yes,
So
sir.
we were talking with Amari earlier today, and he was talking about how in this offense, one of the things that he likes is kind of the freedom. And he cited you and Jerry Jeudy both being great route runners who benefit kind of from the freedom. You guys are more guideline guys rather than these are the rules of the routes. He really likes what's going on in this offense. How do you feel about it in terms of what it's allowing you to do and to showcase your skills in this offense?
Yeah, I mean, I can't do nothing but agree with what he said. You know, I feel like the freedom that we have and the way that we're learning and just the fact that we've all grown up somewhat watching, each other. And for us to have a receiver core that's off in the same spot, you know, I feel like it only is going to build up confidence. And then adding Ken, you know, and the new plan that we have, I feel like it's something exciting.
Are you all different, though? A different kind of receiver, different responsibility?
Yeah, I feel like we all are different. Yet we all are route runners, you know, that is our brand, you know, but at the same time, we are all different body types. We are all a little bit, I would say, we move within our own body type. You know, Cooper is a different body type. Judy's a different body type. I'm a different body type, but we all can get open. You know?
Yeah, and, you know, you talked about the three, you great route runners. It's going to be hard to play man coverage against this team. You were three of the top in the league in terms of creating separation against man coverage all on the same team. That's got to be something fun because at some point you're going to kind of force them to sit in zones and then you guys can attack that.
Exactly. That is probably one of our main things that we talk about. And like I said, that is our brand, to be great route runners.
You know, you mentioned Ken Dorsey coming here now, and what has he brought?
I feel like just already, like he's already built that trust. You know, like a lot of guys are, as I said again, you know, it might be just the Cleveland culture of just buying in, and that's something I'm super grateful to be a part of, and that's really what I see. You know, he's coming, he's being a leader. You can't tell if he hasn't been here for 10 years. You know, so a lot of respect to him.
There was something we saw out there in practice a couple days ago that got me excited. I'm sure maybe it took you back to Ole Miss where we're running inside zone but have the ability to throw back a screen to the other side. And those are the plays, obviously, in college. You were dominant at situations like that. Is that something that's exciting to you, kind of some of those new wrinkles that just get the ball in your hands and allow you to make plays in space?
I feel like that's like the bread and butter for a lot of us. You know, like that's really all a receiver wants. Just hurry up and get the ball. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us do what we do in space. We seen what Coop does in space. We seen what Judy does in space, and I feel like I know what I can do in space.
No doubt.
Hey, let's talk about Deshaun.
Yeah.
How's he look?
He looks great.
Everybody wants to know every day. How's he look? I mean, how's he throwing the ball? So go ahead. You're our reporter on the scene.
He looks great. I feel like, you know, only time will tell, of course, for everyone else to see. But as far as what we see every day, things I said last year, the work ethic, the intention, and just the way that he takes practice every single day, I haven't been a part of something like that. So I'm super grateful to be with him too.
From the outside, it feels like he's very comfortable,
Yeah.
and the ball's coming out very easy. He's not aiming it; he's just letting it rip, and very decisive. It seems like in this offense, there's going to be a mix, obviously, of some shots, but the ball's going to come out quick based on what the coverages dictate and how you guys navigate those options or choices that you may have on a given play.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I would say, is almost, I would say, mastered for me, because I go to him for a lot of stuff too. And being the person that had the offense earlier and had the opportunity to really learn for how we can get on the same page, that's exactly what we need to do.
You mentioned the Cleveland culture. It's so good to hear you say that. I mean, it really, we waited for that.
there's a time in our careers we did not hear
Yeah, we waited for that to arrive. Can you elaborate on that a little bit? What is it?
I feel like it's just like a strong brotherhood that because you gotta see where I came from, right? I was coming from a huge city, you know what I'm saying? And obviously they were trying to establish a tradition as well. But here I felt like they kind of already was having that. This is the closest that I've been with the team in general from any area of life, from Little League to, like I said last year, to high school, to college, to now. I've never been so close with a group of, brothers. So I feel like that speaks for itself.
Did you notice that right away when you came, or has it been developing?
It's definitely been developing, but even as soon as I came, like everyone was so open and, was so receptive to me. So I can't do nothing but be grateful.
The Greenbrier probably had to help too, coming into a new locker room. When you think
100%.
about a guy like a
100%.
Jordan Hicks coming into this locker room, he's already said, man, it's been great to being around those guys. And so is this maybe a little bit of the secret sauce? And we're hanging out 24/7 for a week.
Exactly.
Let's find some commonalities
Exactly.
and figure out how to fight for each other.
It is. I'm advocate for the Greenbrier for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Is camp a grind?
It is.
And
Camp
are
is
we
a
at
grind.
that? Are we grinding yet?
I feel like because of the obstacles that we've been facing, we've definitely been grinding. Because you don't have to just be out on the field to grind. You see what I'm saying? We're definitely mentally. But, every single day we have to attack it with, like, this is the only day that we got. So camp is definitely a grind. It's not for everybody.
Do you get excited when obviously the pads come on and it's at least simulating football as close as you guys are willing to do out here in these situations, and then knowing that coming up you're going to have Minnesota come to town, the joint practices where you actually can get some work against different looks, different people, and really kind of see a little bit where you're at headed into this season?
And that's exactly what it's for, for the other teams to come in, to see where we're at. I feel like we go against our defense and, we want to kill them, they want to kill us, but sooner or later it's like I've been going against the same person for so long. So yeah, I know we're super excited about that.
Could we see them get you the ball in different ways? Coming around. Give the ball to Elijah Moore.
I'm
You're
here
open to it?
Yeah, to whatever way. You see what I'm saying? Obviously I want to be most effective. I play receiver. You know what I'm saying? So I want to run routes, I want to get the ball, but whatever I can do to help is whatever I can do to help.
Have you been lobbying Bubba with the new kickoff return rule? Because it feels like there are going to be some house calls made in that.
I feel like you're going to see a lot of people who never play special teams going to want to play special teams now. Yeah.
Seems like a pretty fun change, right?
Yeah,
to bring a
is.
play back that was kind of almost becoming obsolete.
Exactly. It seemed like it was moving towards the direction to be a waste, and now it's like going to be something that a lot of people really want to do.
I agree with you. It looked like it was going on in the game, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
People raising their hands saying, "Hey, count me in."
Exactly. And now everybody wants to do it. Yes, sir.
You mentioned this culture and how close you are here, and obviously you want to go out and build on last year, career year, take that even to another level. And is this a place that you want to be for as long as you're playing in this league?
Yeah, so that's what I kind of tell my family all the time. I don't want to move no more. You see what I'm saying? Obviously, people don't want to move, and the opportunity that presents itself, you always got to be smart and move what's best for you. But the team that we have right now and the way that things are going, if we have the year that we're supposed to have and the year that we want, then I don't want to go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a Cleveland Brown for life.
Well, we don't want you to go anywhere either.
Done.
Yeah, done. You're in.
Yes,
You're in. Elijah, thanks so much for the time. Excited to see you have a big year here, and this team have a big year in 2024.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
All right, we'll be back with more Cleveland Browns Daily, brought to you by Bally Bet right after this on 850 ESPN Cleveland.